Hi, fucks. This is episode 168 of Congratulations.
Crazy, 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 crazy.
Word up, dude. That's how we start it today. Word up. It is episode 168, and stop what you're doing right now and go turn on Netflix. My special is dropping at midnight. You probably, if you're listening to this podcast, honestly, it's already dropped because we're going to drop this podcast late Monday night. But go turn on Netflix. My special, No Pain, is out. I've been working real hard on this special. I toured the country and I toured other countries. Mainly what I mean is pretty much just Canada, and I did a little bit of it in Australia 2 years ago. But I can't help it. Your boy's global. My special's out. Really want you to watch it. Worked really hard on it. I would love your eyeballs to catch that shit. You know, I'm really happy with it. My brother directed it. My brother Matt D'Elia directed it. He killed it. Fired my dad. My dad did my last three. I told him, "Hey pops, you're fired. Hey brother, you're hired." And my dad goes, "Aw, oh, best firing ever." And it was a cool moment. And my brother killed it. But yeah, so that comes out. That's out. So turn that on and tell your friends about that shit, you know? Like I said, all the stars aligned with the special. The audience was there. No technical difficulties. I loved everything about it. My brother killed it. Production was great. It was just awesome. And I was happy about it. And I'm happy about the way it came out. Anyway, enough about that, even though I'll probably bring it up later. How you guys doing out there? You dodging Corona? You dodging that Rona? You doing what I'm doing? Every now and then you go, Do you do that every now and then? Do you do this every now and then? Do I have a sore throat? Do you do that? Do you tell your significant other, do you have a sore throat? No, I don't think I do either. Do you do that? Like I do all the time? Is that what you're doing? Just checking. It's a really bad thing that is going on in this world, and I don't want to keep harping on it, but you know, it's what's going on in the world, and I would be remiss if I didn't talk about it, wouldn't I, babies? Right? Remember when Trump was like, oh, you know what? There's 15, it's going to go down to 0 or 1 next week, and now there's hundreds of thousands of people with it. And he didn't close down shit, and then people were like, do you feel like it's your responsibility? And he says, I don't take responsibility. Who's that guy? Everybody's dad? That's how, like, a dad would act. Sorry, in my day? No. I don't take responsibility to that. That's your fault. Don't talk back to your father. Dude, I talked about fucking Pizzagate last time, and I've just been having a fucking whirlwind blast thinking about, the camera's on, right? Thinking about the people that this has angered. It's so unbelievable, dude. It's just hilarious that people will. First of all, I said there's nothing going on extra in Hollywood. Bad people are everywhere. I'm just clarifying this because I also like to talk about it. And then when people get mad, I like to brush the flames. I like to go like this to the argument because I don't know. I like reactions because some people just like to watch the world burn. The Joker. He said that. The other one, the Heath Ledger one. And people were just like, oh, so I started out, you know, yeah, Harvey. Obviously, there's people like Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey, and these are pretty much solo operators. Because here's the deal. If you're going to fuck kids, you're not going to go out and tell people about it. Why? Because they'll turn you in. And so I talked about this on my podcast last time, and people were like, oh, bro, fucking what a shill D'Elia is. What a pedophilia shill he is. Now, by the way, I don't even know what shill means. But I'll tell you something, by the way they're saying it, I know I'm not. Oh, yeah, Chris D'Elia, way to fucking defend pedophilia. Hey, man, I'm not doing that. And the thing is, you know it. So, what you doing? It's so unbelievable, man. Oh, look into this guy. Oh, this guy obviously was fucked when he was a kid and he's covering it up. People commented that. Hey, are you a real guy? Hey, dude, I've got something to tell you. This is Earth. That's not how it is. Imagine me, and if I just got fucked when I was a kid, and I couldn't stand it hearing about Pizzagate because it drummed up too much fucking. I was like, no, that's why I don't allow myself to believe that somebody went to a place called fucking Cosmos Pizza in D.C. underground into a basement the size of a closet and had a fucking fuckfest with Hillary Clinton. Imagine that's why I didn't believe it. Oh. The reason why I don't believe it is, dude, people want to believe some shit so hard. They want to believe some shit so hard because they just fucking don't. I get it, dude. It's romantic as shit to think about stuff and believe in it. It's romantic as shit. You think I don't want to believe in Batman? You think I don't want to believe I am Batman? You think I don't want to believe that shit? You think I don't want to believe that Harry Potter can go out there and fucking shoot people and turn them into pumpkins? You think that I don't want to believe that? I do want to believe that, but I don't believe that because of my brain, because I'm 40, because I'm developed, and because I have things going on. Now, I get it. If you don't have much going on, then you want to believe in this shit. Okay, well, let's look. Do your research. That's my favorite shit. Do your research. Do your research, bro. Oh, you mean fucking Google it? You can Google anything. You can Google right now probably monkeys made an automobile. And a video will come up where monkeys are making an automobile, and there'll be some guy in fucking the backwoods of Alabama like, well, I had these pets and I needed some help with my cars, and I just kind of left them together, with the old Ford pickup. And I don't know if it was them technically or not, but I woke up one day and it was in much better condition than when I left it. And I actually turned the key and it worked. So I'm not saying it was the monkeys, but it could have been. That's a video that I just made up. That is absolutely a video. Because the internet has everything, dude. Do your research. Dude. Oh my God, dude. He's a shill. I love it. I love it. Go ahead, believe it. That's fine. But it's crazy how mad. That's the thing I always say is, how come you can't just disagree with somebody and not want them to be fucking, like, literally dead or dragged by a fucking horsey? It's just so weird. Once a comedian or anybody, a comedian, touches on and jokes about something that you decide is too far, you get up in arms. No. Fuck that. Dude, I love Tupac. Talk shit. Make a joke. Go ahead. Guess what? Ha 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 ha. It's all good, man. No, it's not cool, man. Tupac's off limits. Go fuck yourself. Nothing's off limits. So if I'm talking shit about Pizzagate, why? Because all of a sudden you're a conspiracy theorist. I got to shut the fuck up. Why? Why? You ever see that fucking old Tim Meadows bit on SNL where he's like, welcome to 20 questions with whatever character he's playing, and then he asks one question, and then they're like, they answer it, and then he says, why? And there's a counter, and it goes 2, and then they answer that, and he says, why? And then it goes 3, and he keeps going, why? 4, and they say, well, I don't know, because yada, yada, yada. Why? And he just does it 20 times, and then he says, this has been 20 questions with Tim Meadows. Tim Meadows is so funny. And I want to say that he's the most underrated SNL character, but I don't say people are underrated. I don't do that because that's a backhanded compliment. And let me tell you about this conversation I had off of a text chain. Now, here's the deal. Text chain arguments, conversations, they're the hottest shit since lasagna, okay? They really are. They're the hottest shit since a piping-ass cheese goes in your mouth and it dangles too low, but it's also outside of your mouth, so you end up going, oh, oh. Ever have that shit when you were a kid? When you're a kid and you're just like, oh, which way do I pull it or try to suck it further? And as a 9-year-old, you're like, hey, it was nice knowing y'all. Just dead with crosses out over the eyes, like a cartoon Raggedy Ann doll. Anyway, fucking, what was I talking about? The fucking, what? Text chain. I did that fucking hot text chain, And here's the thing about me. When I get into a fucking hot argument or a heated argument, if my shit is lasagna myself, guess what, dude? I agree with me. That's how I know I'm right. Okay? I put out a tweet where I said something like that, and it got like fucking 20,000 likes. So that's how you know people feel the same. So that's how you know I'm right. All right? But my shit is, I fucking agree with myself, man. A backhanded compliment is to say somebody is underrated. And here's my thing. My friend said, hey, Joe Rogan called on his Instagram called Adam Sandler, Happy Gilmore, and underrated comedies. And he was like, how could you call Adam Sandler underrated comedy? And I was like, yeah, that's crazy. He's like the number one rated. And then my friend was like, well, saying that it's underrated maybe means that, because people maybe talk shit about his movies, they shouldn't be talking shit about it. And then that devolved into a whole conversation is what is underrated? Is it okay to say somebody's underrated or not? Like I have fans come up to me and they say, you're underrated, man. I love you. And what I hear, and maybe it's my insecure self, I hear people don't think that you're as good as you should be. But I do. And to me, don't tell me you don't like me. Don't allude to anything about how people don't like me. Just come up and say, hey, good job. Hey, thank you very much. All right? So my buddy was calling me an idiot. Now, here's one thing. We were doing the voice texting, so I can't read it. We were speaking into it and sending the shits. And my buddy was high as shit. So first of all, his argument's out the door, but still, he thought he was killing it. So he was like, if somebody's saying you're underrated, what they're saying is most things that are rated highly speak to the lowest common denominator in some way. So they're saying that those dummies aren't smart enough to like you. Okay? And I'm saying, no. What you're doing is adding a bunch of words to somebody saying, people don't like you as much as I do. And he was saying, you're so wrong. How does it feel to be wrong? And I'm saying, whenever I said something, I would write back, and I fucking agree with me. And he would be like, that's the most Crystalia thing ever to say. And I go, you're damn right, because I'm me, dude. And I agree with me. And my brother didn't agree with me. And my other friend didn't agree with me. And my other friend was kind of on the fence, but it was fine, because I knew I was right. And that's how we got to live our lives, dude. From now on, that's how we got to live our lives, man. Believe in what the fuck you're saying. You ever talk to somebody and they're like, oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, all right. Like one time I was working with a director and I saw him talk to another actor and he was like, you want to try this? And the actor looked at me. Now, we both locked eyes and thought, bad idea. Whatever that director said, awful idea. And the other actor goes like this, I don't know. I don't think that'll work. And the director goes like this. All right. Well, I just thought it was fun. 'Cause, okay. And retreated backwards, twisting his wrist. That's the most bitch thing you can do, is to just be like, okay, yeah. And so he did that, and then that's it. If a director makes that one fucking retreat move, twisty arm shit, your movie's gonna suck, bro. Your movie's gonna suck. You could have done The Revenant. You could have been like Leonardo DiCaprio, get in that bear, and Leonardo DiCaprio would be like, I'll wait a beat and then get in it. And then you're like, okay, that movie's gonna suck shit. Leonardo would have been like, fuck that. We're all out here in the middle of nowhere, and I gotta be out here, and this movie's gonna suck shit. Eduardo Lafons Carone, or whoever did that movie. It's probably not even that director that I'm trying to fucking think of. Eduardo Lafons Carone, So he did The Shape of Water, whatever the fuck that guy's name is, Oh, man. I want to watch some movies I just want to watch so bad, and I just won't ever watch them. Like Shape of Water. I think it looks so interested, and then I go to look at it on the fucking Netflix or iTunes, whatever it is, and then I look at it for a little bit, and I go, nah. And I think I'll die before I watch that movie. And it's probably great. And people will be like, you should really go see it. You really should see it. You really, really should see it. It won the Oscar. And I go like this, yeah. And I'll never see it. Anyway. Eduardo Lafons Carone killed that fucking movie probably, but I'm an ignoramus. Believe in yourself is what I'm trying to say. Don't bitch out. But yeah, one time I was playing a fucking, I must have been 21, and I was beefy, dude. When I was 21, I was beefy. You think the fucking Lord of the Rings have a place to shoot right now? Bro, forget that. They did all those movies back then, okay? Right on the back of my fucking shoulders. I would hear way in the background, action. Oh, yeah, that's right. And, dude, Like Eduardo Lafonce Carron could do fucking Revenant back here, Revenant 2, TOO. Revenant also. And so I was with my buddy, who is fucking goddamn hilarious. Intentionally and also unintentionally. Like I was probably 23. This is after. I'm doing it like Pulp Fiction. I'm doing a little bit here and then I'm going back a little bit and then you find out I was dead at the end. So he was like, hey, he wasn't really getting chicks the way he wanted to get chicks. He wasn't getting laid. And he wanted to get laid because he was fucking 25, 6, something, you know what I mean? And one time I was like, well, why don't you just like hit on not as hot chicks? You know, you might have a better chance. And this way you work your confidence up and then you start hitting on and hooking up with the hotter chicks. And he was like, and he was getting so frustrated at the time and he would always do this. That's how I learned that this is bitch. He said, and dude, I'll never forget this. He said, I will not hook up with some standard girls. I will not hook up with some standard girls. And dude, and I will never forget that. I will not hook up with some standard girls. And dude, and I was like, I think that was the first time I went, And it was awesome. And I laughed. And that guy hasn't been laid in 2 years now. And this is 20 years later. I just talked to him. Sadness. Real life sadness. You think shit's going on, dude? You think people are fucking, you think what, Corona, the economy, you think that this shit's fucking everything up? My buddy hasn't gotten laid for 2 years. Sadness. Sadness. You know what I mean? Like that's brutally, but you know, I guess it's the kind of thing. Like one time when I was in a carpool, I used to be carpool going to school with a bunch of different kids in a van with that fucking siding that was like a wooden siding. Like, fuck, whoever put cars with the wooden siding on the outside, it's like, what are you making, a car or a fucking house? What is the Breaking Bad mobile? So one time, and the older kid, he said, yeah, I don't really watch TV. I said, really? He said, yeah, because one time I was grounded. I couldn't watch TV all summer, and then I just got into the habit and never really wanted to watch TV. And that's what's happening with my buddy, only it happens to do with getting his dick wet. And I'll tell you what, that is 100% not.
Sensational.
So that is absolutely not.
Sensational.
That is absolutely not.
Sensational.
Anyway, let's see. I was telling. Okay, so this is what I was going back to. Like I go back. My shit is steps. I went a little bit forward. I went back. It's like Time Cop. You go back and forth, or Pulp Fiction, just in a different editing way. So my shit time travels. Okay. So thought I just stepped in dog shit. Anyway, we were doing this game with a bunch of girls and guys, and my buddy, we had to hum a song, like the first few seconds of a song, and then whoever guessed it got a point or some shit. Whatever. It was the fucking worst game of all time. And we couldn't do the lyrics. Like, you couldn't be out there and just be like, I'll put a sign up right in the front window, advertisement right in the front window, and all of a sudden success coming out of the blue. Because then you'd be like, Mushnick and Son, Little Shop of Horrors, of course, right? So this guy was going to sing this song. This guy was going to sing the song Downtown, right? Downtown, right? Whatever the fuck that song is, that was probably in some Dustin Hoffman movie in 1981. So, Downtown, right? And it was his turn, and that was the song he wanted to sing, okay? Bro, this is the most submit shit ever, okay? There was a chin-up bar behind him, all right, in the room, okay? Oh, fuck this, dude. There was a chin-up bar behind him, and it was his turn. He was like, okay, go ahead. And he goes, wait, hold on, dude. He goes, and then he goes, downtown. And And we started crying. The only thing he had to do was not say downtown, and he goes, downtown. And my other buddy and I, we looked at each other, immediate beat red faces, and we started crying like Japanimation. And then my buddy got embarrassed that he said the word downtown, that he fucking pivoted, it was like he was Tony Gwynn swinging the bat. He just fucking twisted and walked over to the chin-up bar and fucking grabbed it and did 2 chin-ups. Oh! He did 2 fucking chin-ups, dude. Out of bitchness. Imagine being so insecure and bitch that he was doing the twisty. When he was singing, he was going downtown, and then he realized he did it. We fucking started Japanimation crying, and he twisted, walked on over. He didn't run. He walked, like fast walk, like he saw something that he wanted at the mall really quickly, and then he just did 2 fucking chin-ups. And then, oh my God, dude, I was 23 and I knew that was bitch. That guy hasn't been late in 2 years. He didn't listen.
He didn't listen. We're coming to you live from the Congratulations podcast. This is episode 168. Make sure to check out Chris D'Elia's No Pain on Netflix. Too loud. I had it too loud in my headphones. That was the Jeremy Renner sting. But yeah, my special comes out. Hi, we're here live with Chris D'Elia. Sometimes you fucking see those guys when I used to do a bunch of press and stuff for like on the road. You have to wake up at 6:30 in the morning, and you'd have to go to wherever, if you're in like some fucking playing the Atlanta Improv or whatever it is, and you go like 20 minutes away, and you go to some radio station at 6 o'clock in the morning, and these guys, you'd sit on them in front of their TV, in TV for the morning news, and be like, we've got Chris D'Elia here. He's all weekend at the Atlanta Improv. So tell us, Chris. And they would be so close. You sit. You don't think about this, but when you're doing an interview with somebody, you're really close to them because they want to get it in one shot. You're not far away. It looks weird if there's too much space in between. So what happens is you're way closer than you should be in real life, but on camera, it looks nice. All right? And those guys are the best because they're the only guys in the world that you can hear their face. They're like, so tell me, Chris, you got this new stuff going on. So tell me how it is to work material on the road. And they'll lean in and you can hear their face because they got to keep that smile plastered and it's cracking and you feel it kind of just kind of like cracking a little bit and you can hear that. It's very, very small, but you can hear that. And I just wanted you to know that because we talk about the most important news here at fucking Congratulations Podcast with Chris D'Elia, fucking PR. And I'll tell you, man.
I ain't got no motherfucker. So I fucked your bitch, you fat.
So rude. Anyway, man. That's kind of what's going on in my life. So my special comes out. Make sure to check it out and check it out and stuff. There was a fucking guy man, I'm thinking a lot of stuff when I was a kid. Yo, was that One Fire? Was that from your friends or was that from my friends? Check it out and stuff. Oh, yeah. Wait, was it Johnny Sanchez? He does that? Oh, fuck, that was so funny. I thought that was like a high school friend. This is how my memory's so fucked up, dude. Johnny Sanchez is fucking hilarious, dude. Anyway, that's right. God, I got to ask him about that. I went live on Instagram earlier today, and I had never, it was like an hour ago, so you could check that out. Not that, I mean, here's me on my podcast, which you shouldn't even be listening to, promoting my Instagram live that you shouldn't even be listening to. So, but Bieber fucking asked to do the split screen, and we did the split screen, and it's pretty cool that he did that. I never did split screen with somebody, but, times are changing. And he said he's going to watch my special at midnight with his wifey. That's very cute. Yeah. Okay, I'll do ads now. That'll be a good time to do ads. I'm glad I thought of that. Dude, that's like that Grover character, Super Grover. Yeah, I'm glad I thought of that. And you're like, no, Super Grover, okay. I'm glad I thought of that. And you're like, it was me. Okay. Okay, Super Grover. BetterHelp. Is there something interfering with your happiness or is preventing you from achieving your goals? That's really unfortunate.
It's happened with me. I do it a lot with sleeping sometimes. I can't get to sleep. I'm stressed. I've got stuff going on. You know, now with the kid, I'm like stressed about the kid, stressed about my family, stuff like that. But BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating in under 24 hours. Isn't that amazing? It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional counseling done securely online. Now, here's what I always thought about professional counseling. You get your car tuned up. Why wouldn't you get your brain tuned up? The service is available for clients worldwide. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses, plus you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room, man. You could do it just like that. Plus, you can even chat and text with your therapist between sessions. It's great. Visit BetterHelp.com/congrats and join the over 500,000 people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. Congratulations, listeners. Get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/congrats. ShipStation. As folks adapt to this changing world, and this world, trust me, is ever changing, we're all going to be buying more stuff online than ever before. I do it all the time. As every day goes by, I buy more stuff online. The other day, I bought a car online. Not really. If you're an e-commerce seller, are you ready to meet the demands of our new delivery culture? Be ready. Be ready. That's the one thing you got to be. And you can be ready with ShipStation. Why ShipStation? You're probably saying, Chris, why ShipStation? Well, you're selling online, and when you're selling online, getting a lot of orders out fast can be tough. How do you keep track of who gets what? Which shipping carrier should you use? Are you getting the best rates? That's why you need ShipStation.com. I use ShipStation for all my merch. My fans always tweet me about how fast they get their orders. If you're selling something, ShipStation is the way to go. It's so easy. No matter where you're selling, Amazon, Etsy, your own website, ShipStation brings all your orders into one simple interface, making them really easy to manage from any device, even your cell phone. And right now, congratulations, listeners, can try ShipStation free for 60 days when you use offer code CONGRATS. Make sure your business is ready to meet the demands of delivery culture. Get started with ShipStation.com today. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in congrats. That's ShipStation.com. Then enter offer code congrats. ShipStation.com. Make ship happen. Get it? So yeah. God, that Pizzagate thing is so funny. My Netflix special's out. Everybody go check it out. Watch this special, or watch this, speaking of Netflix, I watched this show because I was watching Breaking Bad and just needed a break, you know? Me and wifey watching Breaking Bad, I needed a fucking break because it's just too intense. And we were like, let's retire Breaking Bad and let's watch Doomsday Preppers. Now, she wanted to go to sleep. It pissed me off. All good. I wanted to stay awake and watch Doomsday Preppers to fucking kind of cancel out the Breaking Bad. Now, does it piss me off? Yes. Is it okay? Sure. It's fine. Somebody's got to get up at 6 a.m. and feed my baby. But I watched Doomsday Preppers. And these people are like the people that think that Pizzagate is real. I watched 2 episodes because that's how I do. When some shit's on Netflix, sometimes I watch 2 episodes. I don't watch 3 or 4 unless it's like some real hot shit. But sometimes I like to test shit out. I like to dip my toes in the Netflix water. You know what I mean? I like to do that. If something's called Doomsday Preppers, you're goddamn right I'm not going to watch the whole thing. But I'm going to dip my toe in it because I'm a curious George. Okay? And if you have a problem with that, then get to step in. These people are fucking nuts, though. How about that? It's actually a really good, well put together show. These guys talk about the world, like they're scared of like either terrorist attacks. So one guy's in a mobile home and he just drives everywhere, and he drives fucking everywhere, and he's got like satellite hooked up. He blogs from his shit. I forget what his name is, but he's online and shit. He's got a podcast that he does from his mobile home, and he just keeps driving, dude. And he's got like a crossbow and guns just in case, and he sets up the security cameras so he can see heat coming to it. It's like, and he's just like, look, man, if a terrorist attack comes, I'm going to be on the road. I'm going to drive to where it's safe. And they're like, well, what about gas? And he's like, well, that's my only thing that I'm worried about. I have like a year's worth of supplies eating wise in my trunk here. And he's got like fucking shit that he needs to plant and like dried food that he needs to add water to. And he makes his own water and shit. He makes everything. And it's just so insane. And I'm just like, dude, how are you running from terrorism every day of your life, not sure if something's going to happen? In the meantime, you're not living your fucking life. Like, dude, if terrorists are going to get me, he's like, because you know how I win? He's like, me staying mobile. That's how I win. And I go like this out loud to wifey. I say, he lost already. And she goes, and I'm more pissed. Wake up, bitch. We're watching Doomsday Preppers. Excuse me, bitch. Doomsday Preppers is on. You know? She goes like this a lot when we're watching TV. It's too loud. And I'm just like, for fucking who, dude? Could you just turn it lower? For fucking what? I get pissed. Yes. Yeah. Did you guys enjoy your fucking quarantine to Easter? Did you do that? Another guy was on Doomsday Preppers, and he was underground. Oh, what about the sun? Hey, dude, are you a fucking gopher? What about a sun? What about the sun? Another guy was on. What was the other guy? There was another guy that was. Oh, he had a self-sustainable fucking. He's like, I don't have any more cash. He's like, I don't have money. I don't have any bills though. The only thing I have bills on is his cell phone, and I have enough money to cover my cell phone for a few years. And he was like, and I don't even need to, if a cell phone, who cares if I have a cell phone or not? And his wife was like, yeah, let's go practice shooting things in the yard. And he was like, okay. And they got fucking, the only time they're ever going to use it is during this fucking show, Doomsday Preppers. Also, he was like, that's the thing. If invaders come to find my place, because my place is really good, then I could fucking ward them off with these guns. And we've got places in my yard that we have coolers of shit, of food and bullets and guns and sniper rifles. And he was like, so we're good. And I'm like, but what about the show? But what about how everyone's going to see where you live now because it's on Netflix and everybody's watching Netflix? Watch my special. It's streaming now. No pain. But yeah, that's like that whole thing when they show like the fucking movies, or not the movies, sorry, the docuseries is where it's like about gang life, real deal, or whatever. All the fucking titles are the same. It's like gang life, blood for glory, gang life, real deal streets, the streets of LA, gang life, Bloods versus Crip, the lifestyle, blood in, blood out, gang life, ganging with the fucking Gangersons, you know? It's all named the same shit. And then you get the guy that was like, this was a top don of the capo of the fucking game of the fucking Crips from 1980 to 1995, and he was just like, yeah, man, we had to kill motherfuckers just for looking at us the wrong way, man. We killed about 3-4 motherfuckers just looking at us the wrong way. We killed about 4 motherfuckers looking at us the wrong way, and we killed much more than that for motherfuckers who doing much more than that, if you know what I mean. And I'm just at home like, hey, get him. This is TV. Are you confessing on videotape? Get him. Are cops watching? What cops are at home and just like, fucking, I'm off duty. I ain't watching. I'm not going to get him. Where am I going? But in a fucking Jacksonville? Because that's where all crimes happen. If a crime didn't happen in Jacksonville, guess what? Didn't happen. That's my whole motto. That's how I'm going to run for fucking mayor of Los Angeles. If a crime didn't happen in Jacksonville, it didn't happen. Mayor of Jacksonville. Jacksonville fucking sucks anyway. Jacksonville doesn't suck, dude. I've had some fucking awesome shows in Jacksonville. I'm just playing, dude. Ladies, I'm playing. Ladies, you know I love you. I'm playing. You know I love you. Yeah, bro. I'm a nosy neighbor, bro, just so you know. I'm a nosy neighbor, just so you fucking know. What are you going to do about that? Hey, dude, is looking illegal? No, peeping is, but I'm not peeping. I'm just looking.
I took a walk with my family the other day. Just looking. Exited the house, took a walk left. Just looking around. You know what the difference is? I don't do this. Peeping. I'll just stick my face in the brush. I'm not peeping, I'm looking, dude. And then they go like this, stop peeping. And I go, I wasn't using my hands. This is a free country. Isn't that right? Chris, come on. Shut the fuck up. Come on, let's go. Everyone. He's crying. Bro, I don't peep. Is it? What are you doing, dude? Oh, you're on a walk. Oh, dude, do I look in backyards? Yeah. Do I look in, bro, hey. Motherfuckers are like, you look in backyards? Bro, I'm so gangster, I look in side yards. You understand me? If you got a fucking branch that's not covering, that's where my eyes go, man. That's where my fucking eyes go. So if I'm taking a stroll, which I am right now because COVID, if I'm taking a fucking stroll and and your branch fucked up, if your branch was going to cover it, but the sun hit it weird and it started to grow that way, my face goes right there. And I ain't peeping them, but I'm looking. And you got nice-ass furniture, dude. You got a pool and a tennis court, and I could see both sides. You understand me, dude? And if you have a side yard, I'm all over that shit because it's easy to see side yards. Can't see my backyard. My backyard's hidden. Go ahead, peep. Go ahead. Try to look. Hey, try to look at my shit. Go ahead. Go ahead. I survey the fucking area. Branches growing the wrong way, I fucking move the branches. You can't see shit, motherfucker. And I have cool neighbors, and they can't see shit. I have cool neighbors, dude. One super famous, and I won't even tell you. Who? But, yeah, dude. So I don't peep, but I look, dude. When someone drives by, hey, what are you doing? Oh. Just looking. That's illegal. No, I have my hands in my pocket. They have a hole for my face. I'm just looking. Ah, you rascal. There's fucking low holes, too. I'm going to tell my son, fucking, go ahead. When you start walking, you could use those low holes to look in. Check out the side yard, buddy. Oh, I fucking can't wait to I can't wait to teach my son almost illegal shit. You know what I mean? Almost illegal shit. And then he goes like, but Dad, isn't that bad? And I go like this. Not if you know the words how to describe it. Not if you know how to describe it. Not if you know how to describe it. But isn't peeping bad? Excuse me, son. We're just looking. Oh, I get it now. Looking, not peeping. Yeah, so. I got a question, too. About OnlyFans. And I know I've talked about this and I caught some heat on the podcast, but if I'm not catching heat, I'm not relevant. So throw the heat my way, man. This shit's hot. I'm ready. But OnlyFans is an interesting thing because why do girls do it? Okay? Now, I don't mean why do all girls do it? But what I mean is why do all the girls who do it do it? Now, that's different. Now, if you were my buddy on a text chain, you would argue that it's the same. And I would get mad. And I would say, too late. I agree with me. But all the girls who do it don't need to do it. Most of the girls that would do it, I would argue, don't want to be doing it. Do you know why? Because they're showing you their fried butterfly. Fried butterfly. And if you need any more explanation than that, this conversation or podcast isn't for you. Because one time I was like, hey, Dad. My dad said, yeah, we were at a basketball game for some fucking reason. Who was I? But my dad was like, we were talking about porn. And my dad was like, yeah, I don't know. I always thought it was kind of odd when a girl was a porn star. And I was like, wanted to do porn. And I was like, why? And he was like, I don't know. I feel like, maybe it means like something happened in your childhood or whatever. It makes you, whatever he was saying. I don't know. I don't fucking want to out him, But I was like, yeah, but you could probably be really a full, complete, well-adjusted person and still do porn. And he was like, yeah, I guess you're right. But then it's like, he said, but then it's like,
Imagine you're like, I'm a well-adjusted person. I could get a real job and I can do things and I have hopes and dreams. But instead of that, I just want guys to come on my face. And I was like, very good point. Okay? And we were at the Clippers game. Who was I? Why were we there? You got free tickets or some shit. So OnlyFans is interesting because it's that whole thing where it's like, why doesn't every girl on Instagram have at least 20,000 followers? Like, you can do it, girl. You can do anything because you're a girl, and guys are dumb. A lot of those girls would take a sugar daddy. A lot of those girls would just marry for money. A lot of those girls are really hot. If you're hot, why are you doing OnlyFans? If, deep down, you just want to marry a fucking... You don't have to fucking do all that shit. Because people who do OnlyFans... For the same thing goes for people who do Instagram for money. You don't... guys, girls, whatever. This is not a sexist thing. But, like, you don't want to work that hard. You know what I'm talking about? You don't want to work that hard. That's why you're fucking going like this. Hey, $3 to see my pussy. Right? So what are you doing it? It's so interesting to think about. Look, I love that there's OnlyFans, and I love when people do OnlyFans because love seeing tits. Love seeing tits. I got it, man. I see ad break, yeah. But it's just so fascinating, man. That this COVID thing happened, I get it. And you're like, well, I can't go out and work, so fucking I want to show you my pussy. So I get that. Make your fucking money, dude. For the people that really want to do it, do it. I guess it's maybe just like being on another job. It's like, yeah, I don't want to be fucking bagging groceries or whatever, or at Crate and Barrel ringing up these fucking bullshit plates. But it's just kind of what I fell into. I guess it's the same thing. We figured it out. Yay! We figured it out. Yay! But hot girls can just get a free ride, man. They can literally get a free ride. Like a literal free ride. Like a hot girl can see you drive by and be like, excuse me, and you'll go, Arr! And be like, yes, sweetheart. And the girl's like, can I get a ride? And you're like, I wasn't going that way, but 100%. Hop on in. Literally, you can get a free ride. So what are you doing? Jiggling your tits. But don't stop. We love them. Ladies, you know I'm just joking. You know I'm playing. Anyway, who knows if I'll get fucking canceled because I said all that. What was I going to do? Ads? Let me get ads, dude. Can't find him. So awesome when I can't find him. Here we go. Bambi. When running a business, HR issues can kill you. Wrongful termination suits, minimum wage requirements, labor regulations, and HR manager salaries aren't cheap. All right? An average of $70,000 a year. Hello. Bambi, spelled Bambee, was created specifically for small businesses. You can get a dedicated HR manager, craft HR policy, and maintain your compliance, all for just You're probably like, okay, but fine, what is it, 40 G's a year? Dude, $99 a month. What? Thanks, Bambi. That's awesome. With Bambi, you can change HR from your biggest liability to your biggest strength. And that's important, my babies. Your dedicated HR manager is available by phone, email, or real-time chat. From onboarding to terminations, they customize your policies to fit your business. And they help you manage your employees day to day. All for just $99 a month. Go to Bambi.com/congrats right now to schedule your free HR audit. That's Bambi.com/congrats. Spelled BAM to the BEE.com/congrats. They had me say like I'm a white guy in 2008. Manscaped. You guys heard me talk about this, man. I was just thinking about this the other day when I was shaving I don't shave my balls, but I was, you know what I mean? I was actually thinking about this the other day while I was not shaving my balls. I wasn't even touching my balls, but I was thinking about Manscaped. And I was thinking about how it's really cool to get that extra straggly hair. If you're bored in the house, if you're bored in the house, why not play with your balls, okay? You know that's what I always say. Our sponsor today, Manscaped, is here to make sure your balls are smooth while you or your partner are playing with them. You understand? Manscaped promotes clean hygiene when it comes to shaving your balls thanks to their Lawnmower 3.0. Manscaped is the only men's brand dedicated to below-the-waist grooming and hygiene. I love doing it. The perfect tools for your family jewels. You see how it rhymes? Perfect tools for your family jewels. The Perfect Package 3.0 kit comes with the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0, waterproof, cordless body trimmer, and a ton of other liquid formulations to round out your manscaping routine. And of course, let's not forget the crop preserver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. You already put deodorant on your armpits, right? Why don't we put deodorant on your balls? You don't want them to smell bad. I'd rather have my armpit smell than my balls smell. So get it going. More bang for your buck, man, when you purchase the new Perfect Package 3.0 kit at manscaped.com. For limited time, subscribers get not one but two free gifts. The Shed Travel Bag, $39 value, and the patent high-performance anti-chafing Manscaped Boxer Brief. This is the perfect package for your perfect package. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code BABIES at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code BABIES. Make playing with your balls the best part of your day. Thanks, Manscaped. So that's what's up. So my special does come out. It's out now, and my brother did direct it. And I just want to say I'm really fortunate, man. I really am fortunate. Sure, I worked hard and stuff, but I'm really lucky to be in the position that I am, and I realize that, and I do think about that a lot, and my brother directed this special, and it's just so cool that he did it because I love him, and I mean, I really love him. Like, it's so awesome to have somebody like that. Like, people always say, like, oh, how many kids do you want to have? And I'm like, oh, two's good, because I had one brother and no sisters and no other brother. And everything that I couldn't talk to anybody about, I would do it with Matt because he was the only guy. And that bond, because of that, is awesome. Now, I'm not saying if you have three brothers or two sisters and a brother or whatever, you don't have that. But for me, I always felt cool that there was one other person that I can confide in and just know that that motherfucker was down to ride. And so was I for him. And of course I had an open, family with my mom, my dad. I could talk to them about everything. I mean, the first time I masturbated, I walked down and I told them, and I walked down and I saw it, and I was crying. For real, dude. I was a bitch. And I said to my mom, and my mom said, what the hell's wrong? She was eating like fucking jelly beans. My mom would always eat the jelly beans, and she would shuck them around her hand a little bit before she popped them in her mouth. Dude, it drove me nuts. I was like, why don't you just pick them up and fucking eat them? Why do you have to make it a game? Like, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Hey, there we go. But I was crying, and she was like, what's wrong? And I said, it happened. And I thought she knew what I was going to talk about. And she said, what? And I said, coming. And she said, fucking go upstairs. Your dad's coming home in 10 minutes. And that was when I got to talk about the birds and the bees. And that is beautiful. But anything I couldn't bring up, I would talk to my brother about. And, I assume my brother did the same thing to me. We never hated each other. I think he went through some weird shit because I was the older brother, and just, it's weird when you're growing up with an older brother. I feel like you probably have to I did everything first, and then the second kid is like, okay, the second kid, we learned our mistakes, and it's like if you have 11 kids, the 11th kid is just like, oh yeah, what's his name again? So I feel like really cool that my brother, I feel lucky that my brother directed it because he's great. First of all, he's talented. But besides that, I love him, and I genuinely love him deeply. And to have him a part of this experience helps me, I mean, it was that way with my dad too. It was the coolest thing. He was in the van. I remember when I shot my first special, he was in the van with the headphones on, and I knew out there on stage he was proud of me in that van, And I would think about that while I was doing my special, while I was fucking talking to those people in New Orleans. And I got in my head a little bit with stand-up through the years. Like Incorrigible, I felt good about, and then I started getting a little bit insecure because I didn't know what else to talk about. Man on Fire was something that came out after Uncorked was my third special. And the material I had, I loved, but I just wasn't in a good place in my life. And my dad directed it, and it was great, and I'm really proud of it. And I was still in my head. I shot Comedians of the World. I really liked the way it came out. I'm lucky to have what I have, and I'm lucky to have shot what I have shot in my career. But this special, No Pain, which is one of the reasons why it's called No Pain, because people always say comedy comes from pain. But I didn't really fucking experience much of that in my life, and I'm fortunate for that. And I always used to think that it would make me insecure. It made me insecure that I didn't have that real shit to talk about as a comedian. And this one is just like, fuck all that. I have what I have, and I'm really fucking lucky, and I'm really fortunate. And I'm going to talk about what the fuck I'm going to talk about. And I'm lucky I have my dad. I'm lucky I have my mom. I'm lucky I have my own family, you know? And my brother directed it, and that's a real fucking special thing for me, man. And so, you know, thank you, Matt, for doing it. And you made it great. You know, it's cool to have a support system. I don't know. I don't know if that's what you wanted to hear or not wanted to hear. I mean, sometimes I talk like that, and then people end up fucking being like, fuck you, bro, because, oh, you don't know what real pain is. And it's like, okay. But some people fucking, you know. Look, I'm just trying to be honest with you guys sometimes. But yeah. So, I'm excited. I'm really fucking excited. And thanks to everybody that ever has come out to see me and fucking supported me online, or even if you haven't come out to see me, if you just fucking tell somebody I'm funny, that's so cool, and I appreciate that. What else did I wanted to talk about? Sorry I went into fucking some serious shit there, but I want to talk about something else that was funny. What was it? I have it right here. The fucking person who said that dessert is gay. Did you see this? This fucking chick tweets, oh, of course. Changed. No, I don't fucking have it. Here we go. A guy ordering dessert on a date is a red flag for me. That's a female thing to do for real. This girl writes. And then she writes, if a guy is on a date with a woman, the woman should be the only one asking for appetizers and dessert. Men eat meals in capital. Like, seriously, you can just taste some of whatever I ordered. What the friggin' fuck is wrong with this girl, you know? To actually be like, first of all, I like that she has a hard opinion on appetizers. That's my shit, dude. To have a hard opinion about nothing, that's right in my fucking wheelhouse. But this chick, dude, and then she went on to say something like, order 2 meals if you're extra hungry, but don't get dessert. Imagine a girl first of all, since when is eating the most not what a man does? I eat fucking 2 meals. I eat my meal, scarf it down, and I wait for my lady to finish that shit. And when she doesn't, I go, oh yeah. I'm like that guy in that yellow suit behind the tree meme. Oh yeah. I'm like that guy. Bro, that shit's going in my mouth. When my lady does, sometimes I'm out to dinner. Like I'm a cleaning lady. Sometimes I'm out to dinner with my fucking, her and my opener or some shit. And she's like, you want it to him? And I'm like, motherfucker, that's mine. Bro. And I tell him, I stop it with him sometimes. I say, just so you know, when she tries to offer you some shit, it's not yours. It's mine. You understand me? And he goes, oh, bro, it's up to her. And I say, no, it's not, bro. Being a man is eating it all. Being a man is eating it all. It's like that old Kenny Loggins song. Being a man is eating it all. Fucking 2 meals and dessert and appetizer, yeah. But yeah, dude. I like that she had a hard description. A hard opinion, not description. Very weird. Have a brain tumor. All good. And then people take it seriously, you know. One day you will learn that the only thing that's gay is homosexuality, feminist traits, and anal kinks are not gay. Definitely not eating dessert or appetizers as well. Yeah, all right. Thanks for the fucking break. Live news. We're giving you live news. We get this just in. One day you'll learn that the only thing that's gay is homosexuality. Feminine traits and anal kinks are not gay. Definitely not eating dessert or appetizers as well, LMFAO. Anal kinks are not gay. Tonight at 11, are anal kinks gay? Tune in to find out.
Ooh, can't wait till 11.
Are anal kinks gay? Dude, are anal kinks gay, or are they just...
Sensational.
Anal kinks, you know? Just say ass fucking. If a girl straps on a dick and fucks a guy in the ass, that's not gay. Straight up. It's not gay. You're fucking a girl. It's not gay. I know people be like, you know, the brothers like to be like, oh, hell yeah, I ain't gay. I don't do that shit. You know what I mean? But like, bro, it's not gay. You're fucking a girl. You're fucking a girl with a strap on? If a girl puts a strap on and fucks your butt, you're not gay. You like a strap on in your butt. If you fuck a guy and he's fucking you in the butt, gay. That's it. That's the rule. If you're kissing on some dude and you jerk off a little bit, the dude, and also yourself, you got two dicks in your hands, but one of them's yours, gay. If a girl with tits and a pussy and no dicks straps on the dicks and fucks you in the butt, that's it. You're partying with a chick and you're straight as a motherfucker. Rolling with the homies. And the fucking best part about it is I agree with myself. I heard Dr. Drew say it on fucking Loveline once in 1999, so I know it's true. Rolling with the homies. So dessert. Imagine you think dessert's gay. I imagine this girl thinks if a girl straps on a fucking dick and plugs her butthole with it, that is definitely gay. What if the guy ordered dessert and then afterwards when you hook up with him, he's like, will you put this on and fuck my butt? She would be like, pew, and arrive at her next destination like this. Real. The guy with the dildo. The guy with the dildo just real. I've never had anything in my ass. I don't even like talking about this shit, but I really haven't. And I was talking to a guy once, and he was like, "Yeah, I haven't either." One time when I was in the shower, I tried to put when I was younger, I tried to put a little bit of a shampoo bottle in my butt, and it felt kind of good, but that's all I ever did. And I was like, "Okay," but I never had anything in my butt. I don't know. It just seems like it would be uncomfortable. Who knows? I don't know. That's a hard stance, though. People don't really agree with me on that. Dr. Drew does in 1999, though. Players. Fuck. What else, man? Do I have anything else to talk about? I forget. Ooh, we're right at an hour. We did it, my babies. I'm sweaty, dude. This shirt, it says back up the Brinks truck. It's fan made. Somebody gave it to me like 5 years ago at an improv somewhere. He was like, my dad makes shirts here. Oh wait, no, it wasn't. It's like 4 years ago, I guess. How old's this podcast? That's when I was saying this shit. Twitter questions. Who am I, Foghorn Leghorn? Crystalia, how bitch is it to throw something out of anger and then have to go pick it up? Seen food shopping today. From Graham J42. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty bitch. I mean, it all depends on how you do it. If Jason Statham did it, it would be less bitch than if fucking Bill Gates did it. You know what I mean? If you tuck in your shirt, pretty much whatever you're going to do has a little bit of an added bitch. Here's another one. Greg Cash. Hey, Crystalia and congratulations pod. When are we getting a collab of Eminem and Chank Smith? Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm all for it. You might want to talk to the Stork. You probably have to ask Eminem about that because I'm all in, but I doubt that'll ever happen. Hannah Mercer at Jump Off a Boat. Do people ever take photos of you from a distance without approaching you? Yeah, of course. That's what people used to get mad at me. I don't really do this too much anymore, but I used to film people from a distance and make jokes and stuff and put it on my Instagram and shit. And I started to feel bad doing that. My whole thing was, but people record me way more than I record anybody else, so fuck that. I think that was maybe the wrong way to look at it. I felt bad doing that. I still do it every now and then if their face isn't really in it, but I don't like putting people on blast. Like I have too many followers. Like I feel bad doing it. But yeah, people do it to me all the time. And when I catch people doing it, I walk right up to them, bro. I walk right up to them and I say, hey, if you want to pick, just ask. That's some gangster shit. And only one time I was wrong. The guy wasn't taking pictures. He was just trying to find cell service. So I felt really shitty. I was like, hey, man, if you want a picture, just ask. And he said, huh? Oh, I was just looking for service. And I said, I'm David Copperfield. And then I ran away. None of that happened. I made up that last part. Got to be honest on the fucking congratulations podcast. Anyway, you guys are great. So that's what's up. That's it. And let's see. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? Dessert's gay. People say dessert's gay. This chick says dessert's gay. I'm on Your Mom's House with Tom Segura. It drops tomorrow. I'm doing Rogan tomorrow. My special comes out. Man, it's going to be Chris D'Elia Day. If you ever watched any video of me on YouTube, that shit is going to be Chris D'Elia for you when you fucking open up your shit. I'll tell you that much. Man, my shit's going to be fucking up the algorithm. I'm trying to fucking break the internet, man. No Pain comes out. It's out. No Pain's out. Stream it on Netflix. Watch it. You guys are great. Thank you so much for supporting me. Can't wait for you to see my new special on Netflix. And that's it, really. You could text me. The number is, you just go to my Instagram and hit text, and you can text me on there. And tweet me. And use that hashtag NoPainNetflix. That helps me out, because then I can see it. I click on that hashtag NoPainNetflix. If you're watching it, let me know. And maybe I'll do a watch party a little bit later about this shit, and we can all watch it together. But thank you guys. You guys are great. And that's it, man. Bye-bye. Turning this off now.